Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to these Losar celebrations with Tergar International Community. I'm Jenny, I'm from the Tergar Edinburgh community. So before we get going, welcome to all of you that are coming through on Zoom and on YouTube, and we'll just go through some of the functions. So as you can see, there's the chat function, so that's going to be open for hellos and where you're from. So let us know where you are. And we'll be closing it during the talk with Lama Trinley and open it again at the break and at the end of the session. So if you've got any questions, there's the Q&A function at the bottom so that you can, if you're on Zoom, send your technical questions. If you're having trouble hearing, and we won't have a Q&A during the webinar. Then on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, there's the chat functions for saying hello and any technical questions. So before I introduce Lama Trinley and Adam, we're going to have a quick poll to see which language you're all listening in from. So that should be appearing on your screen now. We've got seems like lots of people, Chinese speakers, Spain, France, English, Portuguese, hi, in the Netherlands, Dutch. So that's great. So just a brief bit about what we're going to be doing today. So we're here to celebrate Losar together. And Lama Trinley is going to be with us, and he's going to be explaining the meaning and the significance of Losar. And he's going to be leading us through the practice of Nectar of the Path. And this is going to be followed by a short Tsok ritual feast composed by Mingyur Rinpoche. And Lama Trinley is going to be explaining the meaning and the benefits of the Tsok practice as well. So if you want to have some food and drink ready for that part of the celebrations, then please do. The liturgies that we're going to be using have been sent in a reminder email. And we're going to be posting them in the chat there now, so you can have a look at them. And at the end, we're going to collate some aspirations for the world from all of us. So if you want to have a second device handy towards the end of the session, and then we'll explain what we're going to do then. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Lama Trinley, who's a senior Tergar Lama based in Phoenix, Arizona, but I think Lama's in Kathmandu at the moment, along with Adam Kane, who's a wonderful translator for Tergar. So I'm going to pass on now to Lama La, Losar Tashi Delay Lama La. Please share your Losar teachings.
Thank you, Jenny. Greetings to brothers and sisters of the Dharma. especially today, greetings for New Year. It is sometimes we called Tibetan New Year, or maybe Lunar New Year. So whichever. So it's something special day today. So therefore, I'm kind of greetings to all Dhamma brothers, sisters for the Dashi Dilik. Generally, today, a special day, that's a Tibetan New Year. Usually, when I was young, that's a whole year long waiting for this day, today's day. That's one thing that's and for myself, kind of parents a little bit strict. That's because I'm kind of choosing being a monk. So being monk is reading about the chanting and practice, but no play. And then today, and New Year's Day, they are allowing. So whatever you want to play, you can play. Play with your childhood friends, or how to say, that's a village relatives, brothers, sisters, so on and so forth. So we are all can go around and play together. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. And also we have kind of all kind of food and all kind of candies can eat. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. So it's a kind of a special day. And the tradition in Tibetan, like today's day is a New Year's Day, so you have to get up early, and then you need to do some practices, or if you are close to some a holy place or like monastery somewhere, you go there to offering or practice, pray. And then next day, second day of the new year, then you just stay home, family gathering, and enjoying kind of, and also the inviting the relatives or friends in each other. So that's kind of usually do that because Tibetan people are very kind of believe that interdependence, how to say, that's a danger, that's a aspiration,
auspicious connections.
Yeah, something that's, today is the future years first day. So with whatever happens in this first year, first day of the year, and the whole year will kind of influence that, kind of believe that. So in the Tibetan culture, they believe the Buddhism, so they wanted to practice the Dharma. So therefore, and the first year of the how to say, that's a day, they always try to practice in Dharma and go to, like, for example, in central Tibet, in the Lhasa, they everybody go to visit or see the special statue that's a Buddha Shakyamuni's statue in the temple. Everybody go to visit and see that. So that's a kind of get blessings, and also you are whole year long connecting with the Buddha Dharma and able to practice. And because of the Buddha's blessing, whole year long, will be kind of a success and happy and benefiting to other beings, so on and so forth. So that's kind of a belief, and they do like that. So in this year, for us in the Tergar community, Tergar monastery actually, and for us in this monastery, Tergar Wesaling especially, that we lost very great practitioner and a great support in our monasteries, a great monk we lost. So that because of that, we are not really kind of celebrating New Year. New Year usually like we celebrating New Year just a kind of happily play all kind of whatever you want to play and make it happy. So usually we can do like that way, but in this year we are not kind of a mood to play in all the monks kind of. We lost a dear friend, dear Dharma friend, and also of course they have some other things, any other individuals. So anyway, we are not kind of a worldly way to celebrating New Year. We don't do, but way of the Dharma practice. Traditionally, what we do practice Dharma is we usually do, and we did. And morning we are practicing that offering the song, which is also the smoke offering. This is kind of a push-ation actually, one thing that who are protecting us, Dharma protectors. Those Dharma protectors protecting our Dharma practice. Dharma practice as kind of success and fruitful. So who make this? We are persuasion for that. We are offering the smoke offering. The smoke offering is also something that's one thing. It's a purification. One thing is also offering all kind of offerings through the smoke. So we did that. And also, you know, we have like 29th kind of we have a Godot, some that's a Doji practice we did. So for a few days, so which is also like the whole year long in the past, whatever we accumulating bad karma obstacles, those are kind of purifying through the roughly, and also in the future year, in the next year, new year, in the new year, all the obstacles, distractions are kind of purifying or protecting. For that way is we did also practice in Doji few days, couple days. So we did like that kind of a New Year celebration for way of the Dharma way practice. But the usual way, like play part, and this year we don't have. However, of course, it's a you know that's a New Year is a new day, so we all have a kind of a every day is the new day. Every day is the for New Year's begins. So anyway, today is the new year. So what we supposed to do is we try to make some aspirations that in this coming year, I'm going to do the positive part. I'm going to do Dhamma practice as much as I able to. And I'm not going to do any negative actions, negative parts. I'm not going to do. And then we also pray to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that bless me that I able to practice Dharma more, able to accumulate in merit and wisdom more, and bless me that I able to avoiding or not engaging the negative aspects, negative actions. And then also examine in the past year how much we accumulating merit, wisdom, or benefiting to others, how much we did, rejoice that and dedicate. And whatever we accumulate, negative deeds and negative actions we did, we accumulated, regret kind of, or afraid of that result. I'm going to, before this result comes, I'm going to purify it. I'm going to clean up. Now on, I'm not going to do that. And in order to purify, I'm going to practice here today. That's we're going to do Nectar part. Generally, any kind of practice you practice, we can purify it. But today we're using the Nectar practice and also Tsok practice. So, ngay in chỉ tôi cái giải chế về lát maybe some people maybe will not understand my Bulgarian English. So that tình du in do that New Year the party ta tình du的in charge rồi đó. Thế nên ta ngani Tsok course. We are going to practice that's Nectar part, and the other one is Tsok offering feasts.
Feast offering practice.
Feast offering practice. To feast offering practice, we need to have some like offering like this kind of some whatever you have fruit, cookies, any food or any drink you can use. So here I prepare. Usually this one is my favorites. And when I was young, it's a kind of I don't know how to say. The color
Some kind of small pastry.
Yeah. So in the when I was young, I'm looking for this, waiting for this for New Year. They in Tibetan people especially make this in New Year's. So anyway, I prepared that best food for offering. So anyway, Tsok is something that's a gathering. Tsok senata tsu ndupa doa ndawachela gogyuris. Ta kare dogyuris na hatung hirep ni nyond dupa la tene sonantong yishije Tsok zoje. Ta tinda weke tapji la tene Tsok offering the laguris.
Lasala. So this term Tsok or Gana Chakra in Sanskrit, which we can translate as a feast offering practice, The word Tsok actually means to gather together, or to accumulate, or gather together, bring together. So we can understand it as bringing together skillful means and prajna, skillful means and insight. We can also understand it as perfecting the accumulation of merit and wisdom. So these meanings are behind this Tsok offering practice.
Choban bujuking bota care yobande deso bubuki yo karenda jelan bugere sena satanke dan number yes yachi yore de la tene gonchu see you can dam tene ngombo yenten can dan tene otatin kindona 3 jewels, the Dhamma protectors, 6 classes, sentient beings, and then who are karmic dates. So that in the way that number yeah, yuri.
That's so. So when we talk about this tsok, or feast offering practice, often it's described in terms of the substances or objects that are offered, and then also to whom they're offered. What is the recipient to whom that they're offered? So in terms of to whom we offer them to, the recipients, there's generally considered to be 4 guests that are invited to this feast offering. So the first guest are the 3 jewels. The second guest are the Dharma protectors. The third guest are the 6 classes of sentient beings. And the fourth guest are specifically karmic debtors, those to whom we owe karmic debt.
That in the Tanala, Dran Kahiti, Nijiki Yodo Choba, or the Chedoroko, the Mabokos, Membandawa. Then Dran Kahiti, Cho the Choba, Yabo Yimba, Zombo Yimba, that Tinda Cheke, Tomik Nambandawaji, Sedonke, the Chedoroko, the Hiton Tony Yora. Nga tsuka nongso jidoro kan chobe kan nonga ka ngola yang tenra waji nonga dowa yena yang tenda ngubi ka tola ten tamba la tene te song kar kanchu si yun zhan yena zhan rizhok niji kin zhan yena lencha gire kin zhan kare yena teso tsoma te chuni ke ngubi ka tola tene jiba iko 오메도 선반매바 총미게 선바도 잡게 거네 되네 부죽 뭐보양 되네 종족 대도 라소바 매베게 토네 되네 주마다고 거네 주마다고 그 지야와 란초밤부와데 다 초바가 노네 조도 줘봐 라기도 왔다데 소마클로나
Asula. La.
고아를 이디제
Oh, that's
고소네
Oh, goso, ha goso. And you change to So some of these guests that are invited to our feast offering, are objects of our compassion. And so, for example, they're considered, in a more unfortunate situation, less fortunate than us. And so because of that, they become an object of our compassion. Some of the guests to the feast offering are considered kind of, excellent, and very, very kind of good, more fortunate than us. And so these distinctions, of course, of sort of high and low, fortunate and unfortunate, are, of course, in accord with the way we ordinarily perceive things to be. Those distinctions we make normally. However, in the ultimate sense, whatever kind of guests we're considering could be the three jewels, the Dharma protectors, 6 classes of beings, karmic debtors, all of them from the perspective of the Dharmata, the basic reality, are equal. And so there's no, at that level, in that ultimate level, with that equality, there is no kind of bias or distinctions or discriminations made. None of that kind of grasping. And so all of these, different distinctions and concepts we make, good and bad, pleasure and pain, high and low, and so on, are all illusory. They're like an illusion. And so actually to engage in illusory action, or action which is like an illusion, is considered the best kind of offering from the perspective of Vajrayana.
So that in the ninja maybe Tony, ninja don't do the do last of me can Zimbabwe travel Tony, the name Choban Tsok and Choba Bondu, the Nalatine, that Tony Zo, Jimmy Shang, then Soncho Drupic along La Pachi Tonji Sergi, Ta woman, then woman Sonji Ropic, long, then叫做那个葱嘛，不是个药，它那个人也懂，俺让都记吧，葱嘛的呢，就记得的呢看来人玩就吧，我打听着个太七八斤的了，的呢葱是有的是，还告诉。
Tamala, any Tamala di Tsik Rangdang Cheba. Yul di Dremba Shi, any Rangdan Cheba Yang, do chikla, Karesuma.
俺把做把送机吧，完了，靠边，这就是个他，出边跟弄完了找呢，在那送机吧，送嘛就记得，哦，他听着个这就是个没把心呢，娘那些也对了，他从谁个意思？
Oh, lasso. So then we carry out this practice then free of these kinds of dualistic fixation. So, to good and bad, pleasure and pain, high and low, and so on. So in a state free of those kinds of dualistic fixations, then makes it a supreme kind of offering. With this kind of supreme offering, we can perfect the 2 accumulations of merit and wisdom. We can purify the 2 obscurations, the cognitive and emotional obscurations, and clear away all of the residual imprints in our being. And so then this kind of practice, this feast offering practice, is one which intends that the objects of the offering, so in this case the 4 guests, and oneself, everyone becomes liberated and awakened as Buddha at the very same time. So that's the kind of intention and power that this Tsok practice has.
你打错对了样，错跟确保对了样，但呢，娘嘞啦，他 갈라르데 온예게 온예게 도방 온예게 이히동 제대와지르세요.
Mhm. So this kind of practice then is also connected to the realizations of the four empowerments, the wisdom of the four empowerments.
대용되는 신도에게 쳐봐다 zuta terrorija la so ba tende ke chobam bu ya de de bomba wong ke longje de yong ji ba ren ba tong ji sun zhe ba da de so de nong tong ju ma da wo ke go ne ya chobam bu yo de yang de ke to ne cong ni zo cong ni min zhe da wo zo ba shi ba de la de ka le 深度眼给确别给错贴的呢不忘给一些眼都去吧
That's that's so then for example, the outer offering of material, the outer material offering of sense pleasures. So that is connected to the vase empowerment, which is, of course, connected to the development stage of practice. So it's connected to that. And therefore, also the unity of appearances and emptiness, which is like an illusion. And so that accomplishes then the two accumulations. And so basically this outer offering of sense pleasures is a practice that can bring forth the wisdom of the vase empowerment.
Tene no mera to song la so pa dang ce ge zi jin che ba on tene zong me long dro me pas zong ma ren de zo ba le se ya tin de ge de do la so pa yang long do me ban de ya bo ren de du bo se ne de do ge do le me ba tin de ge long xue pe to yo ge tene za long ti le dong me ge kam nam ji ba xi bi na tene song wong ka lang ji zhu sun ji ba
That's so. And then the offering of the samaya substances, like men, rakta, torma, amrita, and so on, these samaya substances, is performed in a from the perspective of no accepting and rejecting, no excluding and holding. And so it is beyond concepts of clean and unclean, beyond pleasure and pain, beyond the distinction good and bad. And so that type of activity performed with that kind of view is then connected to the prana, nadi, and bindu, and therefore is a way to perfect the intent of the secret empowerment.
tene songwa jojo ken chue ba se ya ji da de la tene le dong yi ji je sha jia la tene le dong yi ji sha jia kong rong la tene tene ya yong nyong ban ju ba song ke tene on ge lam che la tene shu din ju me ji yi hi ce du yan su se ba shi ba ko sai
Adesso diciamo care segreti shira
on ge yi hi ji ba shi ba do na
so detogneshi adesso di wang sumbaroa
wong su
shira
ba
shira
yi
pieshi so
le dong yi ji shaja le ji shaja dong yi ji shaja se yi ji shaja se ti karo mu ba shi ya da tene gamba auta tinda ke ra le ji shaja se ti mu su shaja ten ya auta tinda ra ta ti gi kan ru la go sa ro donata de dong ki yi 지바시베 tabla tene 제도가 대동기 이긴 배워시바 대대는 온송박 또바
Lasso. So then the secret offering of union and liberation then involves elements such as the karma mudra and also the jnana mudra. And so the jnana or wisdom mudra is something that is done through the aspect of intention or imagination. And then the karmic mudra is a sort of actual, physical mudra. And so then, connected to the joining together of the male and female aspects in union, and so on. And so through those kinds of offerings, then what is called the indescribable wisdom is able to arise, the wisdom of bliss and emptiness in union. And so this empty bliss is then allowed to increase and expand. And so this is then connected to the realization of the third empowerment, which is the wisdom, knowledge, empowerment.
Tene yongso te konanijin chöpatela da de kare yana yang da chö de chö ju gu bo kare yo na yang de sa yang tene chö ji ke semalen de ba 2000 kilo tu da te konani tene on ye be yi hi dan dong we sa ji ngo la nyang ban jo ba de la da kale te konani jin chö ba ke to ne on ye be yi hi ngan de she ba 어다 된다고 돈도나 초긴 쳐발라 때네 오이게 이히 응한도 시바암 영나 되네 사자 진부게 주기 원도세나 되네 노아산 산 동바 론도 어때 된다고게다 사자 진부게 도방한도 시야 다 된다고 타기라 되네 초세 이거레스 touchy bajing tela da
So then comes the fourth aspect, which is called the Dekonaniki Choba. It's like the offering of thatness or suchness. And so this is a dimension totally beyond sort of someone who offers something that is offered or the concretization of the recipient. And so it is beyond the concretizing of those so-called the three spheres of the subject, the action, and the object. And so beyond that, then, it is connected to the fourth empowerment, the empowerment of the precious word, and helps to bring forth or actualize the wisdom of the fourth empowerment. This is also known as the ultimate clear light or ultimate luminosity, the meditative equipoise of ultimate luminosity. And so this is called the offering of suchness or thatness, the true nature of how things are. So this is connected to bringing forth that wisdom of the fourth empowerment. So one way is to talk about it that way. And another way, if we want to use Mahamudra language, would be, for example, with the four pointing out instructions, that all appearances are mind. Mind is emptiness. Emptiness is spontaneous presence. And spontaneous presence is naturally free or self-liberated. And so the realization of that, of those 4 pointing out instructions in the Mahamudra system, is also sort of the outcome of this special and particular skillful means known as Tsok, or feast offering practice.
So that in the case, the Himomboche Jade, Yurina, so Nyonsolea Guena, they say Chedoroka, Le Tombo Palacale Cabo Yuri, the Yena Yanta, Nazo, the Jason Rone, the Endoje, sheep third Danny, then Nyonesia is.
Lesson. So there's a lot that can be said about this topic of Tsok practice, Tsok offerings. But these elements, of course, for us as beginners to actually put these into practice, beginners as we are, is a little bit difficult. And so therefore, perhaps this is a practice where we kind of follow in the footsteps with some kind of understanding, a little bit of understanding of what is intended, and we follow along.
Okay, so now sorry that I have to use my broken English, because we are spend a lot of time for just only short talk. So here now we are going to practice together. So I think it's talking too much. So please sit meditative posture. Just be present, relax. No need to think anything. Just be present. Okay, now generating bodhicitta, that I'm going to practice Dharma, practicing and this Nectar path. It's benefiting to all sentient beings, to liberating from difficulties, to get pleasures, true happiness. Because all sentient beings are looking for that. All sentient beings wanting to have a pleasure, happiness. So I'm going to help all sentient beings in that state, true happiness, unchangeable pleasures. For that, I'm going to practice here. For that purpose, I'm going to take refuge to Buddha Dharma Sangha, because who gained unchangeable happiness, or who truly liberated from samsara, is only Buddha. So I want to become like that. And all sentient beings want to lead that state. So only Buddha able to lead that state. So I'm going to become like that. I'm going to lead all sentient beings, same as Buddha did. For that purpose, I'm going to take refuge to the Dharma as path to the liberation, as how Buddha taught, how Buddha practiced. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to join with who are on the path to the liberation, that Sangha. The Sanghas are role models or companions to liberation. Think like that way and chant refuge and bodhicitta. Sanje Chudon Zojin Chonam La Choncho Bardu Dane Chapsun Che Dage Jinsu Jibi Sunam Ji Rola Penshir Samjin Robai Sho Sanje Chudon Zojin Chonam La Choncho Bardu Dane Chapsun Che Dage Jinsu Jibi Sunamji Rola Benshir Samjin Rubai Shu. Your own language.
In the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until enlightenment is achieved. May the merit of my generosity and other virtuous deeds lead to Buddhahood for the welfare of all beings.
And four immeasurables. Sanjin Damji Dewa Don Devi Judon Dembra Juji Donga Don Donga Ji Judon Trawara Juji Donga Mebi Dewa Domba Don Mendrawa Juji Niren Chadon Nidon Trawe Don Nyan Jimbola Nebra Juji Samje damje dewa don debe ju don dembra ju chi donga don donga je ju don dabra ju ji donga mebe dewa don ba don mendra wa ju ji nyere cha don ni don trawe don nyan chen bo la nebra ju ji. Thinking that's Buddhas and Bodhisattvas bless me that I able to help all sentient beings have happiness and free from difficulties. And if I able to do that, how nice. And that is equals to all sentient beings, no matter close or difficulties. Everyone, I am going to help them to free from difficulties and have a happiness. Thinking like that with chant one more time in your own language.
May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May they be free from suffering and its causes. May they never be parted from sublime bliss, free from suffering. May they dwell in great equanimity, free from attachment and aversion to those near and far.
Okay. Now, Nectar part. The four thoughts. Begin by cultivating a sense of delight and in the quality of the freedom and riches.
Seeing its many wonderful qualities, I rejoice and delight in this human life.
Thinking of that meaning, that's whatever you have, rejoice, recognize that, and be happy with it. How nice that I able to practice Dharma. I able to have interest to Dharma. Next, contemplate the impermanence nature of phenomena.
Like waves in the ocean, all things are impermanent. I will accept whatever happens and make it my friend.
Thinking of that meaning, that everything is impermanent. Like past year is the gone. next year is not, another next year is coming up. So past year, we have a lot of changes, up and down, and whatever that helps you to practice something that beneficial, rejoice, be happy, and future and next and this new year, whatever going to comes up, I able to use it for the practice, for the loving kindness, compassion, wisdom, so on. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas bless me that. And you know that everything is impermanent. Therefore, we have a lot of hope to become better and greater. Even if it is not impermanent, no have hope. So how nice actually impermanence, able to change. It's changing. So therefore I able to improve. So Buddhas and Bodhisattvas bless me that in this new year, I able to improve my loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and wisdom, realization. So next, contemplate the interdependence of causes and conditions.
When cause conditions come together, a result is sure to follow. So I will do my best to help others and engage in positive deeds.
I think of that meaning. That's in the past year, whatever you accumulated doing the positive deeds, rejoice, because the result will be positive happiness. If you remember something that negative actions, should afraid of it, afraid of that result, because this negative action brings unpleasures, not happies or sufferings. So then I'm going to fight that negativities from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, remembering, thinking that whatever you did, I did this mistake. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please bless me that I'm able to purify this. I wanted to purify that. And this new year, coming new year, I'm not going to do like this. I'm going to promise in front of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And also Buddhas and Bodhisattvas bless me that I will not do this kind of mistakes. Because whatever combinations, positive, negative, result will surely comes sooner or later. So rejoice that whatever you did good things, and regret that whatever you did bad things, and purify it here right now, right here. Think that. To contemplate the dreamlike quality of the suffering of samsara. on rove donga zo sanje shi ronye ronge jenle trowa sha.
Suffering of beings is mainly produced by the mind. I must free myself from my self-created bonds.
Thinking of that meaning, that's in the samsara. Actually, it's our own creation because of the negative actions, bad karma, then appears that illusion of samsara, like dream, like samsara appears. So right now I have precious human existence. I have freedom to practice, and I'm going to free myself from samsara. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas bless me that I'm able to do it. Think that. Okay, next. Refuge and bodhicitta. Bring to mind the three jewels to guide who will free you from the ocean of samsara's suffering. Your own language.
Three jewels, undeceiving and everlasting sources of refuge. Please be the guide, the path, and companions for myself and all beings.
Imagine that Buddha Shakyamuni in the peasant in front of you. That one is represent of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Outer form is the Sangha. Speech is Dharma. Mind or wisdom of Buddha is Buddha, Dhammakaya. So these three jewels within this image of or form of Buddha Shakyamuni. So that's now we already contemplate the four thoughts. That's impermanence, suffering of samsara, karma cause effect. Thinking that's all we contemplated, that samsara appears because of the karma causes. But that one is also not truly existed. It's like dream, illusion. And this is also because not truly existed, it is impermanence, it's changing. So it changing, it not truly existed. Therefore, we able to liberate it. And we have a precious human existence to have a power and freedom. So how to be free is like how Buddha did. Fully enlightened is Buddha, fully liberated is Buddha. So how he did, I'm going to follow. So Buddha Shakyamuni and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, I'm going to accept you as my guide. I'm going to follow your advice, teaching the Dharma as my path, taking my path. Those who are followers, I'm going to join with them. Thinking that's with chanting here, refuge prayer. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sangaya. Imagine that Buddha Shakyamuni, when we pray that I'm going to follow you, bless me that I able to follow you and I able to become like you. That's kind of what we are thinking and pray to refuge prayers. Then Buddha Shakyamuni's compassion increase strongly. Then become light and dissolving to you. Think that with chant here. Oh, dan dong cham ne rong la zo ba de zhen ye de ye nin bo ye zong ji. English.
The ultimate refuge is perfectly complete within me, for my mind is Buddha nature, enlightened from the very start.
So Buddha is dissolving to you, and moment of this mind and Buddha's wisdom are inseparable and rest there. So that is the moment of this mind, wisdom, awareness is the ultimate refuge, is the Dharma, Dhammakaya, Buddha, real Buddha. So be with it. Next, meditating on loving kindness and compassion by thinking of all the infinite number of beings as members of your own family. Recognize that they share your wish to be happy and free from suffering. I
feel compassion for all the beings who, like me, want to be happy and free from suffering.
So Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, bless me that all sentient beings free from suffering, all sentient beings have happiness, because all sentient beings wanted to have happiness as same like how I feel. All sentient beings wanted to be free from difficulties as same as how I feel. So I wanted to help all sentient beings be free from difficulties and have happiness. Bless me that I'm able to do it. Generating bodhicitta, thinking to yourself, I will practice on the path to bring all the infinite number of beings to the state of Buddhahood.
To bring all beings to the state of omniscient Buddhahood, I will now practice the path.
Thinking of that meaning, that's I'm going to help all sentient beings to get enlightenment. For that purpose, I don't have a power right now. So I'm going to get power to lead all sentient beings in the Buddhahood. For that, I'm going to practice here. And Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, bless me that my practice will be fruitful, or my practice will be causes of enlightenment. Next, Guru Yoga. In the space before you, imagine your own Guru in the form of Vajradhara or whichever Buddha inspires you.
In essence, you are equal to all the Buddhas, but in the kindness you have shown me, you are even greater.
Imagine this Buddha's form in the front of you, and that one is a representative of your Guru, essence of your Guru, and essence of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And then pray to Guru, please help me to recognize my own nature as you did, you recognized. Think that and chant here. No lama 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 no. Deeply in your mind, you are pray to Guru and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Then those lamas dissolve into you. So here, imagine that Guru melt into light, dissolve into you, your mind merging indivisibly. Thinking that with chanting here.
Ultimately, I am the same as the Guru in essence, for the nature of the student is the same as that of all the Buddhas.
Next. To conclude, let the mind rest naturally without meditating, yet undistracted. In the state which you, the Guru, and Buddhas are indivisible in essence, maintain the flow of the mind to nature ordinary just as it is. Lama Sanje Kanje To Yerme Maju Rombe Nyume Hi Maye Magonzo Me Ronga Ma Reba Ronye Ronge Ngondo Da.
My mind inseparable from the minds of the Guru and all the Buddhas. I rest naturally, without fabrication, in my basic nature, not meditating and not distracted, in uncontrived ordinariness, awareness releases into itself.
Moment of this mind is Buddha's awareness, is your Guru's wisdom awareness. Just be with it. Be with whatever it is. No need to control. Awareness relax into itself. Relax itself and dedication. With the Buddhas of 3 times and 10 duration, along with their aspiring as your witness, dedicating the virtue to the welfare of others. Dage du so sabe ge zo dang, jia dong shong sen zhuo bei ge geng dong, jie de sang jie se jie hui ba yin, ka jian zhuo geng din de top shen hu.
I dedicate all the virtue I have gathered throughout the 3 times, along with the virtue of the victorious ones, the bodhisattvas, and all beings, following in the footsteps of the Buddhas and their heirs, to the lasting happiness of all the infinite number of beings.
Okay, now that is the kind of nectar part the practice for kind of quickly practice. Now we are feast offering practice. Okay, so we need to have some drinks or food, whatever you have. So that one we need to do practice here. So first is a ram yang come is a clean up. So the ram is a fire, yam is a wind, come is a water. So fire make it burn the all dirts, and wind blows all the kind of dirty things, and calm water will wash it. So it's actually it's a kind of a dualistic perception we are with burning, blowing, and washing. Okay, I'm thinking that's clean up this. Ram yam khan ye ne da ba rong ke re sa ken yon la je de me de je ni je rong za le co zin de yan nam kai kong.
Self-awareness.
Yep.
Self-awareness is pure from the very beginning, luminous and knowing, yet ineffable. From the self-display of compassion and great bliss, pleasurable feast offerings fill the sky.
So this we are providing the all dualistic dirty things. So now we are going to do that blessings, so that body, speech, mind of the Buddha's blessing, or we are kind of first the Om Ah Home. So Om make it how to say this first empty, and then we or Ramya come and make it empty. Now it's a kind of this offering is become very great, very nice, delicious, and all kind of things, and that one become unmeasurable, endless, countless, and then this one become nectar, which is whoever receives get whatever they wish, and this will make helps you to get realization, recognize your own nature. I think that's chanting here. Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Ka Don Yan Pin Zhou Wai Gen, Rong Sa De Don Ni Su Mi, Tian Zi Nu Bei Yan Tian Jie, Lan Zhou Jian Bo You Su Su.
May the beings throughout space rest in the great spontaneous presence of the qualities of wisdom, love, and ability, the inseparable bliss emptiness of self-luminosity.
Ma do wang ge dong han yoi de shi rong o hi bi zo zhang ba jin bu zhen gang du nin ji jin bu gang lai zhang.
Since our suffering comes from not realizing this feast of recognizing our true nature brings all guests together with great love. It has been prepared for us all with great compassion.
Next. Ga wa jin bu gang chung ni dong yang jin bu jia bang zha. Tang jin jin bei yan ten nan da da rong la ne bei gong. Non zi de nian zhou wa lai.
May it delight us all with great joy. With great equanimity, there is nothing to gain or lose. Since the qualities of omniscience are now present within us, we are fulfilled. We confess that we have not recognized our true nature.
Rongo ronge ma ki kya nga da ni sun zin pe ge gong lo me pa yin su da nong ye do pe chun de da rong sar chen pe jin du ro.
Within the primordial freedom of all that could possibly occur, we liberate the obstacles of I and dualistic grasping. Into the space that is free from acceptance or rejection. These phenomena that manifest as appearance and thoughts, we enjoy as the adornment of the self-clarity of awareness.
Sa tong zhō dō tōng qi jiāng tōng sār zhēn bē jīn dō rō gā tōng zhō bē lā mā nō dā zōng ye zōng ngōng dō cēn rō ngō ye bē zōng chūn dē kā jian rō wā rō nū yō.
Everything we eat and drink, and all movement and stillness, we enjoy as the adornment of the empty clarity of awareness. The residue of our mistakes and confusion, we enjoy in a state of pristine purity, perfected from the start. May this feast offering of realizing our true nature be able to free the beings throughout space.
So imagine that's therefore gases we taught that those are we are offering to Buddha Dharma Sangha, giving to all sentient beings, or what they call this karmic debts, so on and so forth. Yeah, those are we are giving to them, and those Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are satisfied and then kind of good. You know, actually the Buddha doesn't have a satisfied or unsatisfied, doesn't have that, but we are imagining. So that's happy, and then Buddhas are happy and then get blessings to you. And all sentient beings giving this, and they are also whatever they wish become that, and they are satisfied, and because of that, these Tsok offerings, blessings, support them to recognize their own nature and get a realization. So I'm thinking like that, and then you eat. Now you eat a little bit. First offer, now eat. Okay, so that is a Tsok offering finish. So now we should dedication. Yeah, short dedication. So we have a lot of accumulating merit, so we're going to dedicate here. Nam de ye tam che se ban a ne ni bi da nam pam je ne je ga na che ba lan chu ba yi se ben zo len ro wa shu.
By this merit, may all obtain omniscience and defeat the enemy, wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of existence, may all beings be free.
Okay, so now we're going to do that aspiration for the world, world peace. Namo Chinze Yiki Gunden Bin Songje Chudan Gandan Dazo Nrola Zegone Duje Guba Seldos Yeye Tiba Tejen Don Doje Tebe Tenzeng Dage Zhenjian Laman Zen Zenjen Jizurjin Zomle Yin Zomle Chirite Yin Zomle Yunden Yangda Jongdong Yin Bin, Koyo Banjor Jiji Bin, Jina Nimi Tandro, Kole Chengo Yedi Chep.
And all
Next.
my oh, sorry.
Yamni Me Barai, Koyo Tsadru Yawai, Chuzin Zantun Jibai, Tadon Kache Senjin, Rune Yedon Ngowich, Chenzi Yiking and Jurud, Chomjing and Sun Jibai Shu. Your own language.
Namo, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, with all your wisdom, knowledge, and love, please care for me and all other beings, and dispel the many troubles of our times. May all the masters who sustain the teachings of the foundational, great, and Vajrayanas, and all my gurus with their great kindness, live long and their enlightened activities flourish. May those who protect our world from misfortune, who promote education and prosperity, and who care for our environment be healthy and achieve their aims. May peace and joy spread throughout the world. May conflicts and epidemics cease. May global warming come to an end. And may religious and political harmony increase. Ultimately, may all beings throughout space manifest their essence of innate, timeless purity and their wisdom, knowledge, and love. May we all awaken together.
So that's whatever we accumulating merit through this session, practice session, we are going to dedicate this to the world peace, and whoever benefiting in this world, their last long, and activities are success, no obstacles, and all sentient beings free from difficulties, have happiness, and whatever we accumulating in the past year, accumulating positive deeds in the past year, we are collecting those positive deeds, and we're going to dedicating here that all those are benefiting to all sentient beings to get enlightenment, for that causes of enlightenment for myself. And whatever we accumulating in the past, that negative deeds, these parties in this session parties, I'm going to purify it, and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, these will purify it. It will not come up the result. Before result comes up, I'm going to purify it. I'm going to clean up. Buddha begging you, purify my bad karma. I'm not going to do this again in this new year. And this new year, all the whatever comes up, I able to use it for the parties of loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and wisdom. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lama, for leading us through those beautiful practices to help us start the new year well. And we're going to come together as a community now. So this is the point when you'll need your other device. And we're going to collect all of our aspirations, our individual aspirations, and share them. So if, Robin, you want to share the screen. So if you've got your tablet or your smartphone with you, at this point you can point to the QR codes, and or you can go to wooclap.com and put the event code in that's there, JKQMXH. So you'll need another device to do this, and you'll see why in a minute. So initially, if you sign in now, it might say that there's no votes in progress and it's going to activate shortly. And then we're going to create a word cloud together. So you can share whatever aspirations you have for the world, and we'll see them coming up on the screen. It's looking like a beautiful cloud of aspirations forming. Love and peace and kindness keep popping through the clouds, cloud of aspirations. So as we come to the end, I'm going to invite Lama Trinley. Would you like to come back and make a blessing that all of these aspirations come true? And if you've got any final closing remarks before we close.
Yes. Thank you all to join this very great wishes and also practice session. And this, as I told you, that we Tibetan people believe that New Year's Day whatever you do, and the whole year it's kind of an influence. It will become like that. So we beginning of the year we practice the Dharma, although it's a kind of a very short, very quickly go through. But I'm sure you all are the kind of very learned about this Nectar part and Tsok practices. So it's a you did a good job. So whole year you will have a Dharma practice. That Dharma practice is also kind of a path, become a path of liberation from difficulties, liberation from samsara, and enlightenment. So that one, in this year, this new year, all of you on that path and that practice, and then get realization. And you are here also wishing that growing love, compassion, and wisdom, and recognize wisdom is recognize true nature of phenomena, nature of yourself. So we are wishing that, you all wishing that. So you all are come with me that we are going to pray that, which is Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dharma, the truth of Buddhas, Dharmas, Sanghas, all that my wish fulfilled in this year, this new year. This new year will be peaceful new year. This new year will be fruitful new year. This new year will be realization new year, liberation new year, enlightenment new year. So thinking that with chanting that's the dedication, the third line, third words. Songji kusum nipi shen lep tang, chuni Mingyur Rinpoche shen lep tang, ganda meshin tumpe shen lep ji, jeta owa melon dropai sho. Okay, thank you all. Happy New Year, and wish you all the best. Wish you all the this new year will be peaceful, happiness, and able to practice Dharma and get a realization of nature of mind. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lama La. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for sharing this day with you, and send our love and best wishes to everybody at Tergar Osa Ling for the rest of your day. So we're going to, before we end, we're going to tell you what's on in Tergar over the next few months and years. So we're going to share some slides. So as usual, we've got some wonderful events coming up this year. We've got online and in person with Mingyur Rinpoche this year. That's going to hopefully help you deepen your understanding of the Mahamudra teachings and help you to integrate them into your everyday life. So March the 15th to the 17th online, Mingyur Rinpoche is going to be leading a weekend retreat on how to apply the Mahamudra teachings throughout the bardos, throughout the intermediate states of living and dying. And these bardos are powerful opportunities to awaken and Rinpoche's guidance during these transitions are going to be incredibly helpful. So you can register for these as usual with events.tergar.org. And as you may have heard or may not have heard, so Mingyur Rinpoche is not travelling this year to teach outside of Nepal and India, but he will be offering numerous teachings and retreats in his home monastery, Tergar Osel Ling, in Kathmandu, Nepal, this summer. So for those of you beginning on the path of liberation or want to continue to deepen your Buddhist practice and study, Rinpoche is going to be offering in-person teachings on Mahamudra and Dzogchen, including the beginning of a multi-year series on Dorje Drolo. And these teachings are particularly helpful during challenging times, and they're unique to Rinpoche's personal lineage. So to help make travelling to Kathmandu easier, especially if it's your first time, we've scheduled several webinars on travel tips and what to expect when visiting Kathmandu. And you can register your interest and find out more helpful information at tergar.org/Kathmandu 2024. So it's at the bottom of the screen there. And finally, if you're not yet a subscriber, we would highly recommend you join Vajrayana Online. The site now features over 20 courses on Buddhist teachings under the guidance of Mingyur Rinpoche and our wonderful guides. And if you've joined Nectar of the Path today for the first time and want to know more, you'll find teachings and a course on Nectar of the Path on Vajrayana Online. So the courses regularly feature small groups that you can join and discuss with your community, live practice sessions, and sessions with Tim Olmsted, one of the guides. It's got a wonderful community forum, and there's the ability to schedule interviews with the Tergar instructors, so you can gain further clarity on the teachings and then check in about your own personal practice, which is so helpful. And to do this, you can visit learning.tergar.org to subscribe, or you can check it out by having a free trial. And then finally, so as Lama Trinley was saying, the good deeds on a Losar day are multiplied out. And so if you want to, on this Losar day, give the gift of well-being and donate to Tergar, there's the QR code there, or you can go to tergar.org/donate. So you can help support Tergar International in its vision to transform hearts and minds, sharing the ancient wisdom of meditation, making it accessible to the modern world through all its different practices and teachings. And everything we do is motivated by the core purpose to help people live with boundless awareness and compassion and wisdom. So any donations are well received. So with that, we like to thank everybody behind the scenes who's made this possible for us to come together as a community today, and I wish you all a happy new year, and we look forward to seeing you online or in person sometime 2024. Losar Taishidile.